I spent my Fulbright semester teaching and doing research on environmental law in Beijing, China. And it's proven to be one of the most professionally enriching experiences that I've had. China has a very different legal education system from the United States, and it really forced me to step outside of what I'm usually accustomed to in explaining and discussing with colleagues. What was most important really was to force me to re-examine some of the assumptions and premises that I have about my field. I remember one particularly interesting discussion with a colleague about environmental enforcement and really what the role of the public prosecutor is in China. Here in the United States, we have a lot of cases brought by the Attorney General, for example. And what I couldn't figure out is, even though environmental pollution, water, air, is incredibly significant and serious in China, I never seem to see much in terms of the news about these issues, and never really about environmental cases. And my colleague kept pointing me to the announcements of regulations and what other environmental agencies and government bureaus were doing, but never to the public prosecutor. And we went back and forth until it finally turned out I understood that most of the big polluters and companies in China are actually owned by the government, and the government doesn't like to sue itself. But maybe most importantly, most of the environmental enforcement authority is actually not within the public prosecutor. Go figure that. It really forced me or led me to see that institutional arrangements and structures can be quite different among different countries. And that's really informed a lot of my ongoing research about environmental governance and environmental law.